Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and for the final time tonight of the zoo theme, we are bringing you Hirambi to close off the zoo theme. Now, I have been searching all day for this hue colour. I have found about 4 other bags of jewels that we need for this painting, but as of yet the hue has still not been found, so unfortunately we just have to work with what we've got. It is what it is. So yeah, we'll be ending the zoo theme after this, so we can get going, shall we? So we've got number 20 here, which is 936. This is a tea colour, so it's mainly all up here. So we're going to try that first, get a bit, do some of that for a minute. And I feel absolutely shattered. I've been non-stop filming today, and I've sort of had enough now. I'll just want to finish for the night of diamond painting. I do love doing it, but it's just been a little bit too much to do today, so I think I overwork myself, but yeah, slightly disappointed that I couldn't find the hue colour, but you know, it is what it is. So I had to tip out the big Hoover box because I'm using that for like storing stuff, and that's where I found these 4 bags of jewels. I've looked under the bed because I store things under the bed with my storage boxes, and yeah, there's just literally nowhere to be found at the moment. So, but you know, it will turn up. So yeah, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to call it a night on diamond painting and spend the evening. I'll do dinner after this. I will spend the evening probably de-kitting most of the zoo theme and kitting up this new theme for tomorrow. I'm starting to actually feel a bit peckish as well, so I don't know if I'll do this for an hour and 20, I'm not sure yet. And we'll just see what we can do first of all. So yeah, I've just watched an episode of the news to catch that up, and did a bit of Just Play while I was watching it, because I tend to watch, I listen to it and play Just Play, and then if something grabs my attention I'll look over, but half the time it's talking about the same stuff, so I'll just play my game while watching it. So yeah, I've been getting really crap amounts today with Just Play. It's just been like 12p, 6p, 7p, and it's like the weekends they really sort of ramp it down, because through the week I'm getting like 90p, a pound, 160, you know, and it just seems like a big kick in the teeth, because I played for 3 hours like solid this morning for 12p. It's just, oh, it's so frustrating. But yes, after this I will be ready for the evening and can enjoy my meal and watch TV for an hour or so. The episode I was watching today, they've been talking about this, some sort of Americana Keramis or something. It's basically this tree that apparently takes 100 years to actually flower. 100 years, that is insane. And then once it flowers, apparently it immediately dies. And then the gentleman was saying that underneath the flower it produces more flowers, but why does it take so long to like flower? And then the guy was saying that he was having a joke like with the tree to see whether the tree would outlive him or he would outlive the tree, or whether he would still be alive when he got to saw it flower. So must be very nice for him because he's managed to see it flower now. So I so need to tidy my bedroom. It's like a tip at the moment, because I've had everything out trying to look for these bloody drills, and I do not like clearing up. I hate tidying up. Does anyone else get like that? One thing I did notice on the Come Shop With Me's that I did is I couldn't find any of them, you know them like carry case ones? It's like 3 diamond paintings on like a cardboard thing, but they put them in like a suitcase thing. Didn't find any of them. I do browse Vinted a lot and see whether they've got any, but I've not seen any pop up. I did find one, but the woman was only selling 2 out of the 3, and I thought that was a bit wrong because, you know, you would want the whole set, but maybe she wanted to keep one and sell the rest. But I'd like to see like an ocean sort of suitcase one, you know, like a shark, a dolphin, and then maybe a seal or something. That would be quite nice. I used to keep the suitcase ones because they would be really cool for storing paintings, but it was just like taking up too much room. Let's do another weather forecast here today. Alexa, what's the weather forecast, please?
In Braintree, it's 19 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Tonight, you can expect mostly clear skies with a low of 12 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not really can't be bothered to do this session, but I did promise it. So when you've been doing like filming for 2 sessions, you sort of don't really want to do any more after that. But I have to get my washi tape out, see what I can put on this new painting that kicks off. Well, we're working on the first whip and chat will probably be for like a canvas, will probably be Wednesday. So I'll let you into another little teaser. The first thing that you see may be an unboxing, but the item we're working on first is a coaster. So can you guess what it might be? This is your last and final time to guess what you think this theme is. Right, so what I'd like to do is I'm gonna, yeah, we'll do a bit down here first. Oh, this cellophane's. I wonder if we've got any washi tape we can use in this little book thing. So we've got a bat, a pumpkin, Valentine's. Not really anything in here that would match this. That might work, but it's a fox, so depends if I've got enough sheets. I don't think I've got enough of them, but maybe. We'll leave it for now, but alright. Do you know, I used to have a 40x40 big bear. It was like this big brown bear, and I got it from Temu, but I can't remember what I've done with it. It's a gorgeous little bear, and it's like climbing over rocks. I was trying to find it earlier. I found the drills, but I can't find the painting. I did decide not to go to InPost today because I've actually got a package coming in tomorrow, but for some reason, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but ever since Yodel took over InPost, it's now taken even longer to come. So for example, this one really should have got to Ipswich today, and it's still saying Coventry. So it's like Yodel have took over and take longer. Yeah, I would never ever recommend Yodel because they take ages to deliver things. I mean, it's near enough 4 days before you even get the item, and most couriers do it in 3. So I feel they've got something to do with it, because InPost used to deliver on Sundays, and I know that they're working today because the parcel that I sent for my client, they actually picked that up today. So as you can see, the one that I sent yesterday, that's been collected. So I know they're working, but I just don't understand why it sits in the depot. Like, if it's at Coventry, why is it taking so long to process it? You know, oh, bum, what happened there? Well, this has got a little bit of a stick problem there. I'll have to rewind the video back to figure out what slid out of place there. I think it might have been this and shunt that down, but I'm not sure, so I'll have to play it back. But yeah, so was rather hoping it would come today, but surprise, surprise, no. I don't like waiting for things. I hate it. So maybe tomorrow, but it'd be really nice if it did, because that really helped me out, because I've got quite a lot to do tomorrow. I've got work to do, so I'll be doing that till 5 in the afternoon. So I've got to go back to work tomorrow, and then I've got my sausage roll to get. I've got to get my free coffee. I've got to get me one client's got to go over to Every, which means I'll have to go in the post office. I've got another client that is gone, they've picked InPost, so it's going to be a busy day. And then obviously, if that does come tomorrow, I can pick it up at the same time I'm at InPost, you know. So I'm just hoping it will come tomorrow. I reckon by midnight we should get a bit of movement on it, so hopefully. But also that gives you a sort of time. So for example, as a seller, I'm looking at that time and I'm thinking, so they collect around about 9:43. So that tells me I've got to get the parcel in the locker either the night before or before that 9:43 for it to leave that day. I mean, sometimes when I drop them off, about an hour later they come and pick it up. So I reckon what happens is the locker obviously must have some sort of system in place that tells the driver that there's a parcel there. Or maybe they just collect parcels, because how will they know that there's a parcel there to collect? It must come up on their PDA somehow. But I don't know. So Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oops. Yeah, it so feels like, I really feel like watching Gorillas in the Mist doing this painting. Gorillas are just magical creatures. Just so beautiful. And they're just under so much threat from poachers. Which is why we need to continue to protect them. I still haven't found the link for this. I need to have a look at that, because as I say, I bought this off Amazon some time ago and it took about a month to get here, so they might not sell it anymore. But you can request an item, so if you wanted to get this, just take a photo of it, like as you can see here, just take a photo of it and then just send it, well, upload it to Temu, because Temu have this thing where you can take a picture of it and it will come up. So yeah. Now, the theme that we launch tomorrow, there may not be the unboxing video for the coaster, because the first thing that we work on is the coaster. So, as I say, I wouldn't know where that video is because it was filmed like 2 years ago. So, trying to go for, like, I'd have to sift through all the Amazon unboxing videos to try and to locate it. And what's going to be even harder is it's obviously one that's privated, so obviously not airjet, which means I have to look for all the ones that say private. So yeah, that's going to be a job and a half to do. I feel like diamond painting is like a full-time job. Like, you got to film it, you got to upload it, you got to put the description in, you've got to, you know, make sure that you're getting progress done on the whip and chat. You know, it's just, oh, I need a holiday badly. Last time I had a holiday was probably 2024. And Jenny's been saying that she's going again to Butlins, so she loves Butlins. I mean, I wouldn't say I love Butlins. I'm okay with it, but it's not like my favourite place in the whole world. But it's not for everyone. Like, some people just, like my mum's friend went and she just didn't like it and she came home. I'm not really one for like all the big, like, people, like, you know, shouting and, you know, where they're drunk and stuff. I don't really like all that. Just like to watch the music, and sometimes they'll, if football's on, they will actually, like, if it's a really important game, they will put it on the centre stage but on a big screen, and people just watch football there. But it's weird seeing it on stage when you would normally have like a show on. Okay, so let's shimmy across to over here now. You know, yesterday, I don't know how I done it, because when I was when I went to the pub, I'll show you my picture of me and my sister. We was at the, is it on here? I don't know if it's on here. Is it on here? Let's go to, yeah, I had this, which was this massive Stella. It was just lovely. Like, oh, lovely, 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 lovely. And then this is what I was saying about the other day. That's me and my sister, and I just love the fact that my glass is like the biggest, and yet my sister paid for it and hers is the smallest. So, but I think that's generally how they come. But she bought 2 rounds and I bought 2 rounds because it was her treat. So I was like, I'm not paying for the first one because it's your treat. But yeah, it was really nice. You know, it felt like we were at Butlins, but it was just really nice to sit there. But I woke up today and I had a bruise, and I was like, well, where's that come from? And it's really, really big, like you see there, and it hurts. Now, I vaguely remember, because by the time I had the 4th one, I was like swaying and, you know, walking across the path and that. And I remember coming home and then like going through the door and falling into the staircase. So maybe that's how I done it. But oh my god, like I was just very, very like just wanted my sleep. I was just so completely pooped, you know. So yeah, I generally drink Heineken, and I have Stella, and I also have Kronenberg, but they don't do it there, and I can't stand Foster's. Foster's is so like, oh, it's a vile drink, not a very nice drink at all. I would say my favourite, I've actually like got really onto Heineken. It's a really lovely drink. So that was the tall thin glass that I just showed you, that was Heineken, and then the one that looked like an egg was Stella. So it was really nice, really, and we're going to be going again apparently. She wants to do it like every month or every 3 weeks, I think she said. But I'm not really one, as I say, like I don't like to drink. I'm an occasional drinker, you know, like how you get some like occasional smokers that might, you know, smoke every now and then. I am an occasional drinker. I'm not that big on alcohol, because I suffer with terrible headaches after I have them. So it's like I can't enjoy. It's like my mum, she has headaches after drinking Coke, and it's like we can't enjoy anything without getting a headache. So this is the perp hill, which is part of Hirambi's head. So we did make a bit of progress on finding that, which is quite nice. But yeah, so but it was just really nice to just like, there's nothing, it's nice to go to the shop and get a nice cold beer and then have it at home, but it was nice to just sit there, you know, socialise, talk about stuff, you know. But yeah, I do like my Heineken. And it was even nicer because I went in there, and normally they go, oh, can I see your ID? Because apparently I look younger than what I am, and it was just nice to go in there and not actually be asked for your ID. So, because I'm 30, oh my god, I had to think then. My god, I'm 33, but can you believe I'll be 34 this year? Jesus, I'm nearly in my 40s. I don't actually feel 33 because I was born in 1992, but it, as I say, it was just so nice to go in there and not be asked for ID, because they can see how old you are, but some places like to go, oh, and it's even worse, you know, when you're in like Sainsbury's or in, you know, any grocery shop and you're on the self-service and you think, oh yeah, I'll get away with not showing ID. No, you scan it and it goes, our colleague is on the way. And they have to come over, and they've got like a car thing that they swipe to say that it's okay. So yeah, and then sometimes, occasionally, they just go, oh, can I see your ID? And that's fine, you know. I do get offended though, because like, you know, I'm an adult and yet I still get asked for ID. And then sometimes some people will, like one of the colleagues will come over and they just zap it through and go, there you go, mate. And I'm like, thanks for that. I'll always remember this time we went to Asda and my brother was like buying fireworks, and I must have told this story half a dozen times, but the guy came over because it came up on the machine that it needed ID, and he goes, you're not 18, are you? So my brother gets his ID out, shows him it, and he goes, oh, you are. And it sort of backfired on him, sort of thing. And yeah, he must have felt like really, like, I don't know, he must have felt a bit bad for it. But like, you can't just assume someone's not 18 without checking their ID first. So yeah, it sort of backfired on him, and he was like, oh, sorry. Is it me, or has Hirambi got like a square shaped head? But yes, we're going to be nearly finished on the zoo theme soon. I'm sure I did a zoo theme one year and it was in July, and then we'd done the zoo after it. I can't remember. Now, I think this might be an old style one because you can't see the detail of the eye here, but that's not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to pop these back in here. I think I'll keep this session to an hour because, like, I'm getting very hungry now, so I need to start dinner, and that takes ages to cook as it is, so I have to wait like 20 odd minutes. So yeah, right, so what should we do now? What's this one? We've got 7, which is a number 7. It's not really an awful lot of 7, is there? So we might leave that. I'll tell you what, we've got quite a lot of tea coming up over here, so we'll do more of tea here. So that's number 20, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So it always gets a bit confusing when I've like, number 8. Yeah, it always gets confusing when I've got like half a dozen parcels to deal with, because I used to put on the back of the parcel a little circle sticker saying what client it was, but because I'm so used to doing multiple parcels at once, I roughly know what's what. So normally if I've got 2 parcels to deal with, I'll put one in the back compartment and one in the front compartment of my bag, and then sometimes I can go by shape. I know by the type of shape it is what it is, but just in my mind I'm going to go straight to InPost thinking they're both for InPost, but I've got to remember that one's every. Could you imagine if I got it mixed up? Oh my god. Like, yeah, so I can actually feel hunger pains in my stomach right now, because I didn't really had much for lunch. I just had a bowl of chips, because I'm just trying to cut down on like the amount of food I have, because I need to lose weight big time. I don't like the size that I am. I mean, I'm not that fat, but I just yeah, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so love all the colours. That's from Paula McNally in this something. Zebra, I think that says. Yeah, you like that bag, don't you? I always love it when I'm filming here and I can see like someone, as I'm filming, someone's watching my video at the same time. Yeah, you like that bag, didn't you? I have been debating about getting that mushroom bag because as of all, I did say no more tote bags because I don't use them. But my mum loves shopping bags. She likes to collect all the fancy ones, you know, like with the works where they've got perhaps a dog on it, or Poundland tends to do that a lot as well. She'll collect them, but the only reason I bought another one was because it was a black bag, and I've never had a black tote bag before in diamond painting. But the mushroom one looks pretty nice. I think they should have come out with a squirrel though, because fall is sort of like squirrel season as well, isn't it, where they like to come out and get all the nuts and stuff. So they should have really done a squirrel. But that, I did notice there's a fox like notepad, but it's like a fluffy notepad, because when I was watching the Come Shop With Me back, it looked like a fluffy notepad, but when they had like these cube things, and I was like, don't know about that, I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, I might be doing a click and collect for that. I quite like the mushroom notepad as well, because you never know when you might need to jot something down. So yeah, I've got an obsession with notepads. I love collecting notepads. Pens, that's another obsession. Love collecting pens. Paula's got me on bead pens. I've been doing bead pens, so this is another one I've got, but for some reason there wasn't enough spacers in it, so this little silver part would be a spacer, and I need one for there. So if anyone's got a spare spacer, can you please very kindly send it over to me, and I'll cover the postage or something. But yeah, so that lovely autumn section is lovely in the range. I think you need to get to the range, Paula. You need to get buying some stuff. But they did, one thing I did notice is they don't have that cheetah bag there. So that must have been long gone. Do you reckon they keep like everything, like for example the Halloween stuff that don't sell, do you reckon they keep it in the warehouse all year round at the range? Because I was wondering about that, because they've still got that Halloween frame from last year that I got. So it does make you wonder. And then on the news today, they've been saying that Poundland's been rescued, but there's supposed to be something to do with putting all the prices back to what it used to be, £1. So hopefully they do that, because I stopped shopping in the pound shop ever since they misled people by saying, oh yeah, everything's £1, and then you go in there and then you find products for over £1, and it's like, but you call your shop a pound shop, like, and you wonder why your company's struggling because you're misleading, stating that it's a pound shop when it's not. So but yeah, so that's that in it really. Oh no, my video is supposed to be going up. It's 1907. Crap. Let me just sort that out, because I've forgot to put the Hirambi up. Oh, uh-oh. There we go, guys. It's up. The last in the series is up now with okay, so that's that sorted. Right. Actually, did that go up? Is that? Yeah. Sometimes I put it as public, and then for some reason it doesn't save, and then it's still off air sort of thing. And it's not gone up properly, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So then I have to put it to public again, and it's like, oh. really. Well, I think out of all the filming I've done today, I think I'll have another good night's sleep tonight, but I definitely won't be staying up till 3. Last night, oh my god, this sloth video took ages to process. So, and then I had to edit it as well, because I can't edit it unless I upload it first. Because I would, in an ideal world, like to have Adobe Premiere, but I don't think my computer is compatible with it, because you have to have Windows, and mine's a Windows, but I think it's the small version, because you can get like a Windows in small version, so I don't know. So I tend to just use the YouTube one. That was right. Could have called it King Kong, I suppose, but yeah, I prefer Hirambi, but drinky time. Oh, lovely. Oh, Jesus, you do get really dried up. Ah, yes. Now, the July completion, because there's only one painting completed, that will be squeezed in some point next week, or I might put it up early hours of the morning tonight. But it's likely to be next week sometime. So that'll be then, because I really fell behind with doing that. And then I've got to put up the August completions, which is a bit busier, but wonder what we get completed in September. You never know, the Gorilla Hirambi might be back as completed. So next time you see this, it might be completed in the September, but I've got to do shitloads of dekissing, which is quite fun. Oh bollocks, I'm putting it on the wrong, oh, God's sake. Oh man, no. Right, okay, hang on. So T, hang on. T and T, there we go. It's weird, isn't it? Like, because you're so used to going like that, but then you just, like, I don't know how you remember that you put it in the wrong place. It, like, for me, it took me a little bit of time to figure that out, but when I start putting jewels in the wrong places, that's when, you know, I'm starting to get tired. So